Who is the richest club in the world? 2023 rankings. If you're a soccer fan, you already know that the money involved in the beautiful game is staggering. The best players in the world command huge wages, and running a soccer club is big business. Clubs can make astronomical figures from TV revenues, sponsorship deals, player sales, merchandise, and matchday sales. But which club has the most money? Keep watching to find out the richest soccer clubs in the world. Which football club is the richest in the world? Manchester City remained the richest football club in the world in 2023, according to the Deloitte Money League, which was published on January 19, 2023. The Abu Dhabi-backed Premier League outfit saw its total revenue increase from $571.1 million in 2020-21 to $619.1 million in 21-22. Real Madrid follows City in the list for the second year in a row, having raked in $604.5 million in 2021-22, while Liverpool have leapt ahead of clubs such as Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain into third place on the list with revenues of $594.3 million. The pursuit of a European Super League was emphatically knocked back by media and fans alike, but the repercussions have been minimal. The world's biggest football clubs are generating hundreds of millions each year. Player wages and transfer fees continue to soar, as do television subscriptions and ticket prices. The amount of money sloshing around the clubs that are often favored in football betting is hard to comprehend. Interest in club football shows few signs of waning. The sports betting industry reflects the worldwide appeal of the sport. Fans are tuning into Europe's elite leagues in record numbers each year. Without further ado, let's take a look at those teams who rank high on the money chart. Here are the richest football clubs in the world in 2023, according to Statista's revenue figures. The world's 30 most valuable soccer teams are worth an average of $2.17 billion. A year ago, we valued 20 teams, which had an average appraisal of $2.53 billion. In contrast, this year's top 20 teams have an average value of $2.89 billion, 14% higher. The increase in values wasn't fueled by revenue, which increased just 2.5% to an average of $496 million per team, but rather by the higher enterprise multiples, enterprise value divided by revenue, that buyers are paying for teams. The average enterprise multiple for the 20 most valuable teams this year is 5.9% compared with 4.8% a year ago. Consider, Manchester United, ranked second on our list, could soon be sold for some $6 billion, 7.7% times revenue. Bankers tell Forbes that Paris Saint-Germain will likely soon raise money in a minority stake sale that will value the team at more than $4 billion, or about 5.7% times revenue. According to an MLS team executive, LAFC was raising money at around a $930 million valuation early this year, 8% times revenue. Per the Deloitte Money League, Manchester City remained the richest club in world football in 2023. Their revenue increased season on season once again, which coincides with further on-pitch dominance from the Abu Dhabi-backed Super Club. Real Madrid retained the second spot in the rankings, while there was movement behind them, with Liverpool claiming the final podium place. Manchester United climbed from 5th to 4th, while Bayern Munich slipped from 3rd down to 6th. PSG are up to 5th in the 2023 list, having placed 6th a year prior. Unsurprisingly, this list is dominated by the Premier League. England's top flight has by far the biggest television deals and draws in the largest audiences worldwide. 3 of the top 4 clubs are from the Premier League and 11 of the top 20. The other super clubs retain places in the top 7, but Barcelona's well-documented financial issues have come home to roost as they fall from top spot in 2021 to 7th on this list. Spain and Italy are represented with 3 teams apiece, albeit no Serie A outfit sits in the top 10. Inter and Milan are down in 14th and 16th, respectively, sandwiching West Ham and well behind Borussia Dortmund, the second of 2 Bundesliga clubs. Such is the financial disparity in Ligue 1, football fans will not be shocked to see PSG as the only French club in the top 20. These are the richest clubs in the world in 2023, listed in order of revenue. 1. Manchester City, plus $541.6 million. 2. Real Madrid, piece $528.8 million. 3. Liverpool, $519.9 million. 4. Manchester United, P510.2 million. 5. PSG, PS484.6 million. 6. Bayern Munich, $484.2 million. And Barcelona, P472.8 million. 8. Chelsea, $421 million. 9. Tottenham, P387.4 million. 10. Arsenal, P321.1 million. 11. Juventus, P296.8 million. 12. Atletico Madrid, P291.8 million. 13. Borussia Dortmund, P264.4 million. 14. Inter Milan, 228.5 million. 15. West Ham, P223.2 million. 16. AC Milan, 196.3 million. 17. Leicester City, 186.9 million. 18. Leeds, 165.5 million. 19. Everton, 158.3 million. 20. Newcastle, P157.3 million. A look at the 10 richest clubs in the world according to rankings from before the 2022-23 season. 10. Tottenham, P389.20 million. Tottenham missed out on the Champions League in 2020-21 and 2021-22 amid a slight decline. The club fended off interest in Harry Kane, however, and returned to Europe's premier competition in 2022 thanks to the hiring of Antonio Conte. Spurs lag behind the rest of the Premier League's Big Six from a commercial standpoint, yet they still place above Arsenal in the 2022 revenue standings. The Gunners haven't played Champions League football since 2016-17. Healthy income figures have aided Spurs' efforts to reinforce the squad over the last couple of windows, with Dejan Kulusevski, Richarlison, Yves Bissouma, Christian Romero, and Rodrigo Bentancur all arriving in 2022. 9. Juventus, 414.999 million. Juventus's string of Scudetti ended in 2020. Since then, the old lady has fallen off the pace at the top of Italian football, with consecutive fourth-place finishes. They still had by far the largest revenue of any Serie A club in 2022, with only Inter and Milan placing in the top 20. Matthijs de Ligt departed for a healthy fee to Bayern Munich, and Juve remained in the Champions League despite their struggles, which has helped to keep the revenue mark high. In January 2023, the club were at the center of another scandal involving the valuation of players, which led to a sizable points deduction and could see their revenue tumble in 2023. 8. Chelsea, $472.20 million. The 2020-22-23 season has been a rough one in Chelsea predictions, but the Blues continue to generate sizable revenue thanks to their involvement in the Champions League, hefty sponsorship deals, and worldwide fan base. There was a period of chaos in 2022 with Roman Abramovich's forced sale, but new owners were found. And Todd Boehly has led an ambitious, at times reckless attempt to overhaul the club. Chelsea are not having their best season on the pitch, but they are entertaining off it. And Liverpool, $526.99 million. Liverpool pushed Manchester City all the way, again, in the 2021-22 Premier League season and reached another Champions League final. The calendar year ended in less exciting circumstances for the club, however, with murmurs of an ownership change and some poor results. It seems a transitional period is beginning with the squad requiring a refresh and uncertainty about Jurgen Klopp's future. After years of competing on a domestic and continental level, Liverpool could be set for a few years out of the spotlight. PSG, PS5 $32.63 million. In a different financial galaxy from the other League One teams, it is no surprise PSG betting predictions so often expect a heavy victory for Christophe Galtier's side. Their financial backing and revenue sources are always going to be a controversial topic. Such are the ties between the club and the Qatari state. That wealth has transformed PSG into a superpower of European football, possessing arguably the greatest forward line of all time. It is yet to bring the prize they most crave, however, after an embarrassing Champions League last 16 exit in 2022. 5. Manchester United, $534.25 million. Manchester United were in a much better place at the end of 2022 than they were at the start. The second half of 2021-22 was a dysfunctional time for the club, and Cristiano Ronaldo asked to leave in the summer. It speaks to the size of Manchester United as a business that they place 5th on this list, even with their relative on-pitch struggles since Alex Ferguson retired. By the start of 2023, the Red Devils were in their best position in years, with Ronaldo gone and Erik ten Hag overseeing a strong run of form. For Barcelona, $557.61 million. Despite being seemingly skint at points and running into issues with registering players, Barcelona are still 4th on the revenue list for 2022. A true superclub, it speaks to the grotesque mismanagement which took place to end up in such financial strife. With Xavi at the helm and a healthy list of recent signings, Barcelona have reached something resembling stability of late. They are again a force to be reckoned with on the pitch. Bayern Munich, P585.01 million. Bayern Munich won their 10th consecutive Bundesliga title in 2022. Their revenue was almost double that of Borussia Dortmund, and no other German club placed in the top 20. Much like PSG, FC Hollywoods are as far clear financially as they are when it comes to racking up wins. There are signs of fragility in 2022-23, though, with pressure mounting on Julian Nagelsmann. The sale of Robert Lewandowski has weakened Die Rotten, though they remain among the favorites in the Champions League outright odds. 2. Real Madrid, PF13.21 million. Led by Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema, Real Madrid had a historic 2022, dramatically claiming yet another Champions League and cruising to a La Liga title. Carlo Ancelotti guided Los Blancos to even more hardware, even with a squad which looked to be set for a rebuild of sorts. Where the club has often been guilty of prioritizing reputation over suitability in the transfer market, they have recruited superbly in recent seasons, including the acquisitions of Antonio Rudiger and Aurelien Tchouameni in the 2022 summer transfer window. 1. Manchester City, P6 on 17.24 million. Manchester City might not be among the best supported clubs in the world, but they are certainly among the wealthiest on the planet. The way City have generated such revenues has been a topic of debate. One thing that cannot be debated, though, is how the club has transformed since the current ownership took charge, and how dominant they have been under Pep Guardiola. City are a superpower of world football. Much like his Barcelona teams, Guardiola's City are the benchmark for others to beat. It is only a matter of time until they get their hands on the Champions League again. Top 20 richest clubs in 2022. The Premier League provided 4 of the 8 richest clubs in 2022, but only the 2 Manchester clubs made it into the top 6. Liverpool and Chelsea wrapped up the top 8 before Juventus in 9th, by far the top dog among Serie A teams, and the 2 North London clubs in 10th and 11th. Borussia Dortmund were the second of 2 Bundesliga teams and came in behind the Premier League's traditional Big Six. Atletico Madrid was the third and final representative from La Liga, placing only narrowly ahead of Inter. The bottom 6 teams illustrate the Premier League's depth of financial power, with 5 of the final 6 playing in England's top tier. Zenit were the only Russian team on the list. Here are the 20 richest clubs in 2022 ordered by revenue. 1. Manchester City, at 564.2 million. 2. Real Madrid, P560.5 million. 3. Bayern Munich, P534.9 million. 4. Barcelona, 509.2 million. 5. Manchester United, P488.1 million. 6. PSG, P486.6 million. 7. Liverpool, P481.5 million. 8. Chelsea, P431.4 million. 9. Juventus, 379.2 million. 10. Tottenham, 355.3 million. 11. Arsenal, P320.6 million, while Borussia Dortmund, P295.3 million. 13. Atletico Madrid, P291.1 million. 14. Inter, P289.5 million. 15. Leicester, 293.5 million. 16. West Ham, 193.8 million. 17. Wolves, P191.8 million. 18. Everton, P198 million. 19. Zenit, P185.5 million. 20. Aston Villa, PS181.3 million. And there you have the richest football clubs in 2022 and 2023. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to ring the notification bell to get notified when we upload new videos. See you in the next video.